Hello, and welcome to our 8-part video series on how to teach creative writing with me, your host, Nick Hesketh. In this part, we'll look at quick and easy creative writing exercises for the classroom. It is difficult thinking up an entertaining scenario or an idea for a story, and children often fail at this first hurdle. One way to help is to play writer's word association. As you know, when played in the traditional manner, word association might link the word boat with water, or kitten with wool, or baby with nappy. In writer's word association, we do the exact opposite and consider what might be the worst thing to associate with the subject. For example, boat might be linked with storm or rock. Kitten might be linked with road or dog. Baby might be linked with chainsaw or tiger. This doesn't mean we have to have babies eaten by tigers or chopped by chainsaws. Just their proximity in a story gives it edge and often provides inspiration. For example, while a brother and sister are standing in a shed arguing about what to do with the alien they have just caught, they don't notice their baby brother crawling dangerously close to a chainsaw. The alien saves the baby by levitating it from the floor. Or a tiger finds an abandoned baby and, having lost her cubs, adopts it. Mowgli-like, the child grows into a fierce tiger boy around whom myths and legends grow. Writer's word association links firmly with the truism that story requires conflict to be entertaining. An excellent way to broaden vocabulary and improve listening skills is to play the Radio 4 panel game Just a Minute. However, for it to work in the classroom, it needs adapting. For those who don't know the original game, a player attempts to talk on a given subject for 1 minute without repetition, deviation or hesitation. You'll need a stopwatch. If the pupil fails, a challenge is given, and the successful challenger continues with the subject. The last one talking when the whistle blows wins the game. However, I found that in the classroom, children struggled with the definition of repetition and what period of time should pass before it was considered a hesitation. Consequently, players were being challenged just for drawing breath and stopped in their tracks for repeating words like the and I. It was out of this chaos that strong and fragile words were born. In the classroom version of Just a Minute, a player attempts to talk for 1 minute on a given subject without repeating strong words or fragile words to the point where they become strong. The no hesitation rule is replaced with fardling, as in Miss, he fardled, a nonsense word meaning to become tongue-tied, simply drying, or stumbling over a word or sentence. If a player is incorrectly challenged, the subject is retained and a point is gained. You will have to employ at least one observer, as it can be difficult seeing whose hand fires up first. If a successful challenger doesn't wish to speak, he or she is allowed to nominate another to continue with the subject. Warning: the original radio show often contains adult humour, so don't play an episode to the children without checking it first. Another excellent game is The Invisible Book. Explain to the children that verbal communication is aided by inflection and body language. However, an author has to replace these with words. In normal conversation, it doesn't matter if we make the occasional grammatical error. In creative writing, the opposite is true. Produce the invisible book and pass or throw it to a volunteer with a suggested title and the challenge to read the first few sentences using his or her author's voice. Put another way, it must sound as if the pupil is reading off the written page. Let the class judge the results. Done properly, many will find this an almost impossible challenge. Make the point that writers often feel this way and struggle to make their words flow. Just like playing the guitar or learning to dance, writing is a skill that has to be learned. Don't talk through your pen, is the message we're giving here. Another thing that young authors often find difficult is coming up with their own characters. Ban them from using known protagonists, such as Doctor Who or Spider-Man. Instead, have fun taking the first name of a friend or teacher and tagging it onto another's second name, or mixing it up and using 2 second names. For example, John Rigby and Alice Carmichael might become Rigby Carmichael. Alternatively, look up the meanings of words in other languages. For example, Smerig means nasty in Dutch, and Joel means joy in Russian, if my Google search results are correct. Another way of finding good names is to visit folklore. Norse and Greek myths are a particularly good source. A final thought. Reepicheep might be a mouse, but is it just a coincidence that the name of the boat he sails in is the Dawn Treader, an anagram of wandered rat? Or that Narnia is just a V short of Nirvana? If you haven't done so already, follow the links to Just a Minute and The Invisible Book for a full set of instructions and rules. If you click on the link Nick Hesketh's notes on teaching creative writing, you will find a set of notes upon which any number of lesson plans can be based. Thank you, and good luck.